As the senior pastor of Evangelistic Temple, it is my duty to inform you that Reverend Dr. Patrick Paul, General Superintendent of the Assemblies of God in the Bahamas, including the Turks and Caicos Islands, along with the Executive Committee, has decided not to renew my credentials as a minister of the Assemblies of God. This decision was made for the following reasons. One, we allowed Pastor Bruce Davis, the senior pastor of New Birth Church, to speak at our men's retreat in November of 2022. Pastor Davis at the time was no longer an Assemblies of God minister. Number two, we allowed Reverend Dr. Beverly Strawn, a member of the Evangelistic Temple for over 30 years, whose credentials were suspended, to speak at our Power of Pentecost services in May. And number three, because as the pastor, I chose not to publicize the amount of tithes and offering Evangelistic Temple received in 2022, and I also declined to publicize my personal salary as senior pastor of Evangelistic Temple. Because of these three things, the superintendent and the executive committee said, I quote, "Therefore, the executive committee of the Assemblies of God finds that you have committed offenses that are grounds for discipline. One, for violation of ministerial ethics and courtesy, and two, for insubordination to the council or its elected officials. As such, in accordance with Article 5, Ministry, Section 4C, the Executive Committee of the Council postpones renewal of your credentials. Tomorrow, Lord willing, the pastors, along with my wife, 4 delegates, and a few other members of Evangelistic Temple, will leave for Freeport to attend the Assemblies of God in the Bahamas conference, where this matter will be dealt with. Upon our return, Evangelistic Temple might have to decide whether it will remain a part of the Assemblies of God in the Bahamas. Not the worldwide Assemblies of God, but the Assemblies of God in the Bahamas. I covet your prayers.